There's a creature amongst you, a creature that slips around, not even in shadows, right in front of your eyes, like it's slipping around in shadows. But the creature has a tracks and a trail where you could tell it from others. I'm about to tell you how to trap this creature, how to pinpoint this creature, how to defeat this creature. Okay? First of all, the counter to the creature. The creature is a vibratory creature, feeds on vibrations. Your thought waves, your sound waves or whatever, it feeds on your life force and the vibes that you put out. So all you have to do is stop talking, and it cuts off half of its feed. You will see it start panicking like a drug addict that you're sitting there holding some drugs in your hand and you're not smoking them or using them, you're just holding them. They can only contain themselves so long before they lose it and try to pry your hand open and take it from you. Okay? They will give themselves away every time you get quiet. They will walk up front and center of you. Their head will drop to the side like a robot, and they will look at you sideways and say, "What's wrong with you?" Because you've cut off their feed. Nothing's wrong. Why are they saying something's wrong just because you're quiet? Because it's wrong for them. They can't feed on you if there's no output. That's step one. Step two, put on some earplugs, earphones. I'm going to tell you what to play because sometimes the program is coming through what you're playing. I'm going to give you something else to play. So that the sound that they're playing audibly and out in the open and with mobile vehicles and planes and whatever, it can't reach you because your ears are close to it. And then put on some sunglasses. Now they no longer can read your mind or tell what you're thinking, which makes them scared of you and makes them run away the other way. They're scared when they don't know what you're thinking because they live in fear of any moment you can realize what they are and what they've done, and you're going to want to kill them. You're going to kill them. And they live in fear of that every second of their existence. Watch them. They're scary. They punch down the locks when they come to a street light if you're just standing there on the corner. Like you're going to run up and snatch them out the car. Their fear gives them away. Look for it. Their paranoia gives them away. Their cliches give them away. Everything they do gives them away. You know how you know these creatures that feed on other people? They begin to act like these other people that they feed on. Whoever they're feeding on, they begin to act like them, speak like them, accent like them, dress like them, mimic them. That's what these creatures do. So they look like everything and everybody by now in this evolved time because it's been going on a minute. So you may think that it's a particular race. That's not the case because there really is only one race. But for your visual recognition, it's been split into two. But you think it's been split into as many as eight. Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as a black person, and there's no such thing as a white person. But let's talk about this side over here that you call white, because I've spoke too much on this side over here you mistakenly call black, because I'm out to save them. Let's talk about this other side. Everyone else is in that box. Everyone else is in that same box. It's not these blonde haired, blue eyed people. Everyone is in the same box. Pluck a hair out their head and lay them on a table if you think there's some other ethnic group, and see is their hair identical. See if the content is the same. Take a skin sample and see don't they have the same skin? See, aren't they the same people? Listen, let me show you about adaptation of this species. You go somewhere where it's cold, you grow hair on your body to protect you from the cold. You go somewhere where it's hot, the melanin in you increase, you get darker to protect you from peeling and whatever. All right. Only those who are set can adjust or adapt. They are what they are. No matter where they go, their body will not adapt to it. This form, it's like a hair transplant doesn't work if you use someone else's hair. Your body rejects it. And so does reality. You reject anything that's been implanted that is false or phony. You'll see nature rejecting it. Same way with these mind powers. I call them vampires because you know what a vampire is. You don't know what a mind power is, but you can figure it out. They don't feed on blood. They want to keep you talking, so they have something to feed on. Or they want to keep talking to you because then they know what you're thinking. You're thinking about what they're saying. I got a flag with two mallets and a hammer on it. And whether I'm dead and gone, if this shit doesn't stop, fly that flag and handle what you have to handle. Call it self-defense. It got awful quiet. So I'm saying to you, there are no Arabs. There are no Asians. There are no Mexicans. There's nobody else. All these other creatures are the same creature. And why would they do this big scam of acting like they're all something different? Either someone did a mind fuck on them all, or they're all in cahoots, conspiracy. Because I always wondered, out of all the things you could be on Earth, why would a person choose to be a homeless person with flies in their beard? Couldn't you find a better role to play than that? There was a shortage of roles. Let's get in where you could fit in. So now you got these different categories, and what I'm simply saying is because a person goes somewhere where the sun is hotter and they get on a darker tint, don't make them another creature. They're the same creature. But here's what happened. The insanity. The fairest of the fair, like Dr. Seuss. Remember creatures with one star on their stomach and the creatures with two stars on their stomach? Sick group back in the day who wanted power. The weakest group, the hemophiliac leper group, pulled a scam to make them look like the ultimate desire, greatest elite group. And that scam still rise to this day. So the fairer you are, you're supposed to be another group. They look down on their own kind, call them something else. You're not one of us. We're white people. You're a Mexican. You're an Asian. You look at Japanese and see if their skin just as white as any of these people. Look at their hair. It isn't just as straight. Let me try to explain something to you, because this is a death note. I don't make notes like this. This is because I gave a warning and it wasn't heeded, and so I'm carrying through with my threat. This is the Lex Luthor proverbial manila envelope. You know, when you challenge Lex on some matter, he tosses that envelope on the desk with that statement of, I don't think you really want to do that. And this is my envelope. I'm stopping all the bullshit right here. They're all the same. They're all the same thing. And they all are playing these games. Now, let me tell you about these games. When you have a weak body, things compensate for it. In other words, your legs get cut off, your arms get strong. Well, because of their fragile physical and poor physical state, they may have mental and psychic powers that you don't have. So the next time you feel like you just got the urge to use the bathroom, you better look around, and see who's looking at you. And those people who didn't want to act right, who died from a heart attack, that was not a natural cause heart attack. It can be psychically caused. I can shoot you with a microwave and give you a heart attack. I can use sound to make you go retarded. Feedback from a microphone will incapacitate you, knock you on the ground flat. You won't know what happened, like someone gave you a right cross. You thinking you know, you thinking you're digging, you think you learn the history, and you want to talk that, oh, we could separate water fountains and slavery, and boom, boom. You don't got a clue what you're in the middle of. Because some of them look just like you. I was just talking about that side over there. I'm not going to the source of evil because they're not the source. They're too lame to be the source. They don't have that kind of brain power. They would want you to think that, though. We're running this. We're in control of the world. Let me let you in on something that is not a secret. In a world that you can see with your own eyes is out of control, nobody's in control. Nobody's in charge. I don't know what these people are claiming. Like they're the bosses of the world, like they control the world. They don't control shit. Everything's fucking out of control. They don't control. They want you to think we control the weather with these chemtrails. Want you to think we control you, and when they don't control shit, they can't even control their own children. Check them out, anyone you want. It's all a con job, a mind fuck. I'm gonna ask you a question, so-called black people without a name. What is your true name? And if Africa wasn't called Africa, what is the name of it? And are you from there? That's not what your records say. Your records say that you are the original Native American and you're from here. Your records say that you're original Asian and you're from there. The records say you're original Arab and you're from there. The record says that records look like nobody else was here but you. And then all of a sudden, you don't have no home anywhere. You don't even remember who you are. You don't remember even that it's your world. And all of a sudden, everyone's walking around calling themselves you. I'm Arab. You're one of those people that we refer to as white. Um, I'm a Native American. No, you're one of them people we refer to as white. Imposters going around impersonating us everywhere, even Asia. But Asia has the good sense. Saved their own butt. Asian scientists saved their butt. You know what he did? He tested samples from every Asian culture, trying to find the origin of the Oriental man. And you know what their origin is? They come from you so-called black people. Every DNA test came out the same, from Taiwan to Japan to everywhere, that they are the descendants of black people. And you can tell in their swagger and how they act. That's why you like them so damn much over every other kind of people. And that's something that only another black person knows. No one else knows that you like Asian people more than everyone. You feel homey with them. But you're just as close to the Native American, but you don't feel that way about them. You know why? You're never around them. You don't know how you feel. You could love them to death. You don't know any really. You know, some reject, some white person running around town telling you, I got Indian in me. No, you don't, because you wouldn't be calling them Indians if you did. It's a derogatory term. And no self-respecting. They don't even call themselves Native American. They do that when they're talking to you fools. So the true ones know what they say. The imposters don't. They give themselves away running their mouth. My mom said, yeah, your mom lied to you. So just notice to you, so-called black people, and to you guys too, so-called white people. I don't even care who claims that's me in the background now, because they're a fool. I wish they would claim, hey, that's my dog barking in the back, that's my car, that's my. I wish they would in this note. Is this a death note? This was I told you not to fuck with me note. I told you I was getting tired of your crap note. I'm not going to be out to help you, and you keep doing things to irritate, harm, distract, hold me up, and abuse, or do. You're not going to do nothing negative to me, and I'm steady trying to save your butt. I will toss you to the damn wolves. Try me again. You're going to wish. That's what this note is. Even if you killed me, you're still dead. Because the only way this note is going to come out is if I die and they start digging through all my stuff. All my stuff going to become famous like a Picasso painting as soon as I die. And these notes, every last note will be ran through. And this one's going to sink you. And I know just how to hide it and where to put it, where only my children can find it and anybody else just looking it the right way. It will fall in the right hands, believe me. Or we wouldn't have a clue right now if you succeeded at smothering the truth like you attempted. You attempted to erase all traces of what really happened. And we still figured it out. Still was breadcrumbs. So, have at it. Good luck. Because I'm way smarter than you. I don't even believe there's such a thing as smart. I'm so much smarter than you. And you work on that while I continue doing what I'm doing. Any of y'all try me. Whatever alien or beings or force is working your ass by remote control like some video game avatar, I'm gonna take it straight to their ass. And they're gonna bring it to your ass in spades. Don't fuck with me. There is no reason to. Oh, we can't control every crazy people person. That's what you said. Something. Don't feed me that bullshit. I know a joint move when I'm becoming an expert on it. That's what gave the whole damn thing away. Who the hell is gonna go through the trouble of watching someone getting glances of someone from the freeway? Come on, that's a bit much. To be the cars going down the freeway to be watching you. You're gonna get one. They gonna go way down a long freeway just to get one little glimpse of you. Who's that fucking important? Little shit like that. When the Jedi mind tricks were the killer. People attempting to give me heart attacks, make me piss on myself and shit. Let me know that people were able to do this. That was a major mistake. Now, headphones, sunglasses. Shut up. And if they approach you, start thinking the most angry, violent thoughts you can think of. You will see that they know what the fuck you're thinking. Prove it to yourself. Don't just take my word. Remember what I taught you about psychic radar? Everything I give these vampires, they take like bait. They're actually buzzing around me now trying to produce sound so they can distinguish between the sounds they're making and the waves that they're making and the waves that my brain is making. So they know everything that's not the sound that they're making has to be me. And I don't know if they're so stupid they forgot where they got that from, but that was a setup, and they stepped right the fuck into it like a left hook, and then knocked them the fuck out, and they don't even know they've been knocked out. They just got up. They don't know what the hell happened. You seen someone get knocked out before? It causes short-term memory loss, something like their Jedi mind trick when they go to read your mind. Just instantly, you're going to forget what the hell you were saying. You could blame it on the weed. You can blame it on some faulty ass cultural brainwash bullshit like, oh, it must have been a lie. My mom said if you can't forget what you're saying, it must have been a lie. And all you can think of anything you want to, but I'm telling you what the hell it is. But here's one thing that the note needs to cover. I said some of them look just like you, which is the only thing keeping me from making it a racial thing. because it's a little bit deeper than that. Because I've seen you jigaboos do this shit too. That's what led me to know them people in Africa and these people over here ain't the same people. Like, not your people running around in the sticks with them damn spears. Do they look like you? No, their heads are bigger than yours. They have a larger cranium than yours. Their muscles design is different than yours. They are not the same people. And it ain't because you've been racially intermixed. They are not the same people. I've seen those people take sides with the people that you call your enemy to kill you. Check out what Mussolini did to so-called you. And then look at the old films and see who was helping Mussolini. The little tassels on their hat looking like Moroccans. What color were they? The soldiers with all the guns. They were so-called black. What would make armies of black people come kill you? When you're supposed to be black. Because there's no damn such thing, and them are some different people. The Native Americans standing on your land, feeding you some lie. You're the Native American. The Arabs ain't even trying to welcome you back, standing on your damn land, speaking your damn language, telling you they're you. The Jewish people, the so-called Israelites, they're impersonating you. And people are from Turkey or some crap, from Germany. They are not, nobody's who they claim to be. So let someone talk their way out of that. Let them explain that part. How 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 did how it, was it? I'm sitting in my kingdom. Next thing you know, you're telling me I'm out in the jungle with a spear, cutting on myself, and I'm stuck on stupid. What happened? How did I get off? What knocked me off my throne into the jungle? And why don't I have any memory of it? And what happened to records of whatever happened? And I'll tell you where to look. ADBC. See, people want to run a scam on you from some political religion, the one they call Christianity. They're going to tell you it means before Christ and after the death of Christ. This is what they're going to tell you. But atheists, other so-called religions, how come they all use something that have to do with Christ? They don't even believe in Christ. There's some of them will come straight out and tell you that. Why are they using AD and BC? Because it doesn't mean before Christ and after death. And here's what I always found to be the problem with that. If 1 AD starts right where 1 BC starts, what happened to the time in between? What happened to the time that so-called Christ was alive? If this is before Christ and this is after Christ, how come there's no time period in between AD and BC for his life? That means this is some made up crap that means something else, and whatever went down, it went down right here at this point. It's a marker. The world has not been here no 2,000 years. It's been here 6,000. Why is it someone don't want you to remember or think about that in that way? The numbers game. And I'm going to tell you this, because of the secret society move, this used to be a completely universal move in which everybody was in on it. But the elite decide to put their own people on stupid, to do the same thing to their own that they had did to these people, and now their own don't even know what was done to them because those people didn't know. Just like you look over there and listen to other people, you look over here and you see these black people and they're lost and don't remember who they are. The same thing's been done to you. I told you before in the other note. You run around calling yourself Spanish or a Mexican or something, all right? You worse than them people over here calling themselves African American. They ain't even from Africa. They're from right here. Let me tell you about yourself one more time. Mexican, let me tell you something. Look for this clue. Every time you go to the doctor, The prescription is written in Latin. How? Who are the Latin people? If you're Mexican, you're Spanish, and this. Who are the Latino people then? And how come they don't speak Latin? How come they don't write Latin? See the bullshit? Let me show you clearer. You know how Chinese people got those chicken scratch lines for their language? And then they got another Chinese language that's in American alphabet? Their two languages that's chicken scratch. When you see Chong Ching and all that in ABCs, that's that's our language. It's not an Asian language. It's our language. Their language is written in the chicken scratch. Now when you see an Arab with the little wiggly lines, that's their language. But when you see Akbar, this, that, in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's our language. That's not Arabic. Okay? Everybody has those little lines in chicken scratch. Where's yours at? Latin. That's where yours is at. Latin was your little wiggly lines. And someone took it from you, erased it out your brain, and told you you was a Mexican. Took your language from you, and you didn't even know it. But you said I'm sorry for these black people. They're not black. Ain't no such thing as a black people. So in other words, once upon a time you were in on what was done to them. And then they decided to do it to you. And group by group, based on shades, this is how it's went. So the cream then rose to the top and left you the hell out. But they'll come when they need your help, they'll come tell you, hey, we're in this together. You know the secret. You're inside. No, that's a lie. You know a secret, but this, what you caught up in is a game where someone is running a game on you, telling you that together y'all are running a game on them. But really, they're running a game on everyone. So I'm trying to tell you, the fake memory of a conspiracy that you think you're in on is a mind plant. It's not even your true memory. Someone put that in your head and let you think you're part of some secret. And those people aren't in on it. It's bullshit. And this is the death note. I'm not playing the motherfuckers no more. Because it's like trying to save a drowning person and they keep doing things that are going to drown you both. Sooner or later, you got to let them go. And if these fuckers don't stop, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not saving them from shit. I'm going to let them drown. So these random people, these hirelings, or some demented person hire someone that looks, I would be there just in case. You're not going to make me look bad. I'll shoot you in your head before you fuck up for everybody. I don't care who sent you. I'll shoot them in their head too. That's what I'm trying to cause to happen. Because who's ever interfering with me, they will be stopped. I'll make their own kill them. I will. You better listen closely. I'll make their own children get up in the middle of the night and kill them. You did the dance, pay the piper, or suffer the penalty.